Last night I dreamed that Vladimir Putin and I had a picnic. We didn't lay out a blanket and sit on the ground. There was a wooden picnic table that we were seated at, and people, employees of the state, were bringing us food and drink. We had a pitcher and a couple of tall glasses of iced tea with orange slices in them. Tasted great, and it was a beautiful, beautiful sunny afternoon. Grass was green. Oh, it was just picturesque, very enjoyable. We talked for a while. I don't remember what we talked about. I remember hoping that he was going to surprise me with a judo lesson, and that I was hoping that he'd have a gi with my name embroidered on it. I don't know why I was looking forward to that. I mean, I've never taken judo lessons. I've always respected that fighting art. I love looking at photographs of people being thrown during judo competitions. It's just a beautiful yet devastating fighting art. And yeah, he's pretty good at judo. I remember reading somewhere that he's a judo black belt. So I don't know why I would want to be taking a lesson from him. I mean, he really would have tossed me around like a rag doll. My lower back would have just, I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to absorb much of the tutorial. I'd just be in too much pain from just constantly hitting the deck. I wouldn't have stood a chance against him. But anyway, I remember hoping that he'd give me a judo lesson. He didn't. Or maybe he was going to, and I woke up before he had the opportunity to do so. But I do remember also at one point he passed a piece of paper to me. A piece of paper had a message typed onto it, and there wasn't really adequate spacing between the lines. It's just the formatting looked strange. It looked like Wesley Willis song lyrics. Wesley Willis would type his song lyrics at Kinko's, print them out and have them laminated, and that's what it looked like to me, except this piece of paper was folded in half, like a greeting card. I read it, and as I was reading it, Vladimir explained to me that the message had been typed and mailed to him by a teenager who was currently incarcerated for having bombed an area and killed a couple of people and injured many others. And I read this message, and it was just, it was disgusting. You know, it was just this kid's justification of his heinous act, and you know, he was promising to get out and do it again, which just came across as so pathetic and delusional given the fact that he was in prison in Russia. He's not going anywhere. You know, so I read this and closed it up and passed it back to Putin, and he gave it to one of the employees that had been bringing us food and drink, and we just kind of sat in silence for a moment and reflected on what had happened and shook our heads, and yeah, I woke up shortly after that.